Let's look at 33. Discuss the continuity of the function tan x at x equals pi over 2. So f of x equals tangent x, and you want to discuss the continuity at a certain point at pi over 2. Well, you probably know that this function is not continuous at pi over 2. So you can say f of x is not continuous at pi over 2, and there are two reasons you can give. You can give both of them if you want. Because f of pi over 2 is undefined, and use the word undefined when you're talking about function values, and because the limit doesn't exist there. Now, how do I know this? I hope you know this. It's sine over cosine, right? Cosine of pi over 2 is 0, so we have a 0 on the denominator. So there's an asymptote at pi over 2. Okay, so that's a nice discussion on the continuity of tan x at the point x equals pi over 2. Okay, 34. Let's discuss why this function is discontinuous at x equals 2. So we have f of x. Wow, this is a three-part piecewise function. X cubed plus 3 when x is less than or equal to negative 3. Well, that doesn't really even interest us. We're just interested in x equals 2. So let's see what happens next. 7x minus 3 when it's between negative 3 and 2. Oh, so there's our 2. And then x squared plus 3 at x is greater than 2. So why is it discontinuous? Well, it's nice they told us that. So I'm going to guess it's discontinuous because these two limits don't agree, right? Because f of 2 is defined. F of 2 would equal 11, right? So let's see what happens. Let's see if our limits agree. Let's say the limit of f of x as x approaches 2 from the left should equal the limit of f of x as x approaches 2 from the right. So that would mean the limit as x approaches 2 from the left of 7x minus 3, if this were continuous, would equal the limit as x approaches 2 from the right of x squared plus 3. This equals, let's plug and chug, 11, and this equals, I'm just drew a blank, 7. So those do not equal. So the answer would be that f of x is discontinuous or not continuous at x equals 2 because the limit as x approaches 2 from the left does not equal the limit as x approaches 2 from the right. It's good to show your work. Okay, so notice I showed my work on how I got this answer.